In today's interconnected world, Wi-Fi is the lifeblood of our digital lives. We rely on it for work, entertainment, and staying connected with loved ones. But this reliance on wireless connectivity comes with a hidden danger: deauthentication attacks. These attacks, often overlooked, can disrupt your online experience and compromise your privacy. Imagine this. You're working on an important project, streaming your favorite show or making an online purchase when suddenly, your Wi-Fi connection drops. You try to reconnect, but the network seems to have vanished. This frustrating experience could be the result of a deauthentication attack. Deauthentication attacks are a serious threat to Wi-Fi security, allowing hackers to disrupt network access and potentially steal sensitive information. Understanding what these attacks are, how they work, and how to protect yourself is crucial in our increasingly wireless world. By learning about the vulnerabilities in Wi-Fi networks and implementing strong security measures, we can all enjoy the benefits of wireless technology without falling victim to malicious actors. Deauthentication attacks are a type of denial-of-service attack specifically targeting Wi-Fi networks. They work by exploiting a vulnerability in the 802.11 protocol, the standard that governs Wi-Fi communications. In simple terms, a deauthentication attack involves sending malicious deauthentication packets to a Wi-Fi access point. These packets impersonate your device, tricking the access point into believing that your device has requested to disconnect. The result? You're forcibly disconnected from the Wi-Fi network, but deauthentication attacks are more than just a nuisance. While disrupting your internet access is annoying, the real danger lies in the potential for further attacks. Once a hacker has disconnected you from the network, they can launch more sophisticated attacks, such as sniffing your internet traffic. When you reconnect to the Wi-Fi, the hacker can intercept your data, potentially capturing sensitive information like passwords and credit card numbers. Another tactic is setting up a rogue access point. The hacker can create a fake Wi-Fi network with the same name as the legitimate one. Unsuspecting users might connect to the rogue network, allowing the hacker to monitor their traffic and steal their credentials. Deauthentication attacks are relatively easy to carry out, even for individuals with limited technical skills. This makes them a popular tool for malicious actors looking to disrupt networks, steal data, or simply cause chaos. To understand how deauthentication attacks work, we need to delve into the technical details of the 802.11 protocol. This protocol, which dictates how devices communicate over Wi-Fi, contains a critical vulnerability that hackers exploit. The 802.11 protocol includes a process called authentication and association that allows devices to connect to a Wi-Fi network. When you connect to a Wi-Fi network, your device sends an authentication request to the access point. If the credentials are correct, the access point grants access, and your device associates with the network. However, the protocol also allows for a deauthentication frame to be sent, which immediately disconnects a device from the network. This frame doesn't require any authentication or authorization to send, making it a prime target for abuse. Hackers can easily spoof the MAC address of a legitimate device on the network and send a deauthentication frame to the access point. The access point, receiving what it believes is a legitimate request from the device, disconnects it from the network. This vulnerability in the 802.11 protocol is what makes deauthentication attacks possible. Hackers have a range of tools at their disposal to launch deauthentication attacks. Two of the most popular tools are aircrack-ing and MDK3. These readily available tools make it alarmingly simple to disrupt Wi-Fi networks. Aircrack-ing is a suite of tools for assessing Wi-Fi network security. It includes tools for capturing network traffic, cracking passwords, and launching attacks, including deauthentication attacks. Aircrack-ing is a powerful tool for ethical hackers and security professionals, but it can also be used for malicious purposes. MDK3 is another popular tool for launching Wi-Fi attacks. It's designed to exploit vulnerabilities in the 802.11 protocol, including the deauthentication vulnerability. MDK3 can be used to launch a variety of attacks, including deauthentication attacks, beacon floods, and authentication floods. Both aircrack-ing and MDK3 are command line tools, meaning they are controlled using text commands rather than a graphical interface. While this may seem daunting to non-technical users, these tools are surprisingly easy to use, even with a basic understanding of the commands. It's important to remember that using these tools against networks you don't own or have permission to test is illegal and unethical. However, understanding how these tools work is essential for anyone interested in Wi-Fi security. Section 5. Anatomy of an attack. How hackers exploit weak Wi-Fi. Launching a deauthentication attack is a relatively straightforward process. Here's a simplified breakdown of the steps involved. First, scanning for networks. The attacker uses a tool like AirCrackEng to scan for nearby Wi-Fi networks and identify their targets. Next, identifying the target. The attacker selects the target network and identifies the access point's MAC address, which is a unique identifier for the device, then spoofing the MAC address. The attacker uses a tool like MDK3 to disguise their own device's MAC address as a legitimate device on the target network. After that, sending deauthentication frames. The attacker uses MDK3 or AirCrackEng to send a continuous stream of deauthentication frames to the access point, targeting either a specific device or all devices on the network. Finally, disrupting the network. The access point, fooled by the spoofed MAC address, disconnects the targeted device or devices from the network. This process can be automated using scripts, making it even easier for attackers to launch these attacks. Section 6. Building your defenses, securing your Wi-Fi network. The good news is that while deauthentication attacks are a serious threat, there are steps you can take to protect your Wi-Fi network. Use a strong password. This may seem obvious, but it's crucial. A strong, unique password for your Wi-Fi network makes it much harder for attackers to gain access and launch attacks. Avoid using common passwords or personal information that can be easily guessed. Enable WPA2 or WPA3 encryption. These encryption protocols scramble the data transmitted over your Wi-Fi network, making it much more difficult for attackers to intercept and decipher. Avoid using outdated encryption protocols like WEP, which are easily cracked. Disable WPS. Wi-Fi Protected Setup or WPS is a feature designed to simplify the process of connecting devices to a Wi-Fi network. However, WPS has known vulnerabilities that attackers can exploit. These are just a few basic steps you can take to improve the security of your Wi-Fi network. By implementing these measures, you can significantly reduce the risk of falling victim to deauthentication attacks. Section 7. Beyond the basics, advanced security measures. For those who want to take their Wi-Fi security to the next level, there are more advanced measures you can consider. Use a VPN. A virtual private network or VPN encrypts all your internet traffic, even on public Wi-Fi networks. This adds an extra layer of security, making it much harder for attackers to intercept your data, even if they manage to connect to the same network. Keep your router firmware up to date. Router manufacturers regularly release firmware updates that often include security patches. Make sure your router is running the latest firmware to ensure you have the latest security protections. Consider a network intrusion detection system or NIDS. NIDs are designed to detect and alert you to suspicious activity on your network, including deauthentication attacks. By implementing these additional security measures, you can further strengthen your Wi-Fi network and protect yourself from even the most sophisticated attacks. Section 8. The importance of ethical hacking. Understanding how to exploit vulnerabilities in systems and networks is not just for malicious actors. Ethical hackers, also known as white hat hackers, use their skills to identify and report security flaws so they can be fixed before they are exploited by malicious actors. If you're interested in learning more about Wi-Fi security and ethical hacking, there are many resources available online and in libraries. Remember to always practice ethical hacking principles and only test on networks you own or have permission to test. By understanding the techniques used by attackers, we can better defend ourselves and create a more secure online environment for everyone. Section 9. Stay vigilant, stay secure. In our increasingly wireless world, Wi-Fi security is more critical than ever. Deauthentication attacks, while often overlooked, pose a real threat to our online privacy and security. By understanding how these attacks work and implementing the security measures outlined in this essay, you can significantly reduce your risk of becoming a victim. Remember to stay vigilant, keep your software and firmware updated, and practice safe browsing habits. By working together and prioritizing security, we can all enjoy the benefits of wireless technology without compromising our privacy or putting our data at risk.